Good afternoon. On behalf of Menlo Park Technologies, I welcome you for this Automation Expo Connect 2021. My name is Sandeep Chavuri. I work as team lead for product engineering team at Menlo Park Technologies. We at Menlo Park Technologies provide product, sales, and services into the embedded domain across the different industry verticals, mainly into automotive, aerospace, and industrial automation. I once again welcome one and all for joining the technical presentation on Industry 4.0. The earlier presentation was briefed on network testing solutions by Fluke Networks. And now I would be taking you through communication protocols for Industry 4.0. We are aware that Industry 4.0 has transformed the industries into smarter production units. When we look back into the era of industrial transformation, for mechanical operations sourced by steam and water power to mass productions with the help of electrical power, moving forward, we also have seen that automation of processes using logical processors and inception of information technology. These changes, or you can say it as transformation, which took place earlier to Industry 4.0. In Industry 4.0, we see that interconnectivity between production facilities and Internet of Things that has helped every user at its best. When we talk about Industry 4.0, to determine the process, we need data. By processing the data, we can get information, and is when we determine the possibilities. Through the analysis of this information, we can work on the respective methodology to bring effectiveness of the process. As the world is transforming toward digitalization, we are seeing the same in industrial applications. For the same, we need to have interconnectivity between the core components to the digital components. To start it from the core components, we need to have a few of the industrial networking protocols that are available in our control system. So let us focus on providing the solutions for industrial networking protocols. It details us how it can be adapted within the single middleware layer. Let's get into the topic. One such middleware solution for industrial communication is provided by our partner Port, which has the platform goal, that is generic open abstraction layer. Goal is a middleware layer that integrates with real-time communication in applications for industrial networking. We have abstracted common functions from the underlying hardware and operating systems and developed this platform. It unifies accesses to a variety of subsystems and reducing efforts for porting applications. It is easy to replace individual hardware drivers. With respect to industrial Ethernet, networking and here especially Profinet have surprisingly tough requirements to the host system. While the specifications are clear, the real-time world impact is mainly underestimated. The Profinet's netload test alone eliminates often enough the customer's choice of platform. Let's get into detail about it. The most significant showstopper for Profinet implementation is usually passing the netload test, which exposes the defined user types to a storm of ARP requests, generic broadcasts, and malicious traffic. Usually, the TCP/IP stack is plugged up or crashes. Even if it doesn't crash, the cyclic Profinet frames are stuck in the TCP/IP stack before retrieved from the raw socket. If or overflow in the queue before and the cyclic Profinet communication ceases. The defined user type supposed to be at least survive or partially to keep operating. These tests are intended to strain the CPU and the corresponding TCP/IP stack. And this indeed it does. Goal addresses these issues. In Linux only, Goal uses ETH0 interface. Accordingly, no modifications in your Linux are needed for single port architectures. Our offering consists not only the protocol stack. Experience has shown that surrounding environment needs to fit the industrial communications as well. Accordingly, our offering consists of Goal and our Profinet stack. The Profinet stack won't work without Goal, while Goal can be used without our stack. Goal is your starting point for your complete design. The modular structure simplifies the development of embedded system and make the exchange of single goal components. The goal concept differentiates between hardware dependent and hardware independent sections. In order to make the exchange of platform possible without any rearrangement of the complete embedded system, as we all know that there are many industrial protocols which are globally used. It is not such easy to update the communication protocols on hardware with less efforts. But our generic open abstraction layer provides a perfect solution for these problems. Even though there are many protocols that are came into existence, they all need same kind of services to process the data. The benefits of Goal are it can run on single core or multi-core systems. It can be adapted on systems with operating systems or without operating system. Due to the Goal platform modularity, it can be adapted to any hardware with hardware specific driver development effort. Moving to the next slide, we'll look into the Goal multi-protocol support, Goal design tools, and Goal supported hardware. In Goal multi-protocol support, Goal supports both industrial Ethernet based protocols and field bus protocols. In industrial Ethernet based protocols, we have Profinet, Ethernet IP, and EtherCAT. In field bus protocols, we support CAN open master and slave and Modbus TCP protocols. When you look into this design tool, for comfortable and easy configuration and object dictionary management, we provide a unified design tool platform which enable the users to develop communication solutions using our protocol stacks rapidly. The individual functionality for each stack is realized by plugins for each protocol so that the user has to only learn how to work with one tool. With this design tool, it will be easy for creation of devices like stack configuration, GSD file creation, EDS file creation, and keep them all in sync. It also helps us in configuration of resource management, configuration of device description, configuration of modules and their slots and their parameters. These tools are for rapid and cost-saving development of communication applications. It generates an object dictionary and an initialization function in C code to integrate in your application. These design tools are available for Windows and Linux. Moving to the Goal supported hardware, Goal supports STMicro F4 and F7 series, Texas Instruments TIVA and Sitara series, Renesas RX N1 and T1 series, and also Linux platform. Any other custom hardware can be adapted with additional driver development effort. Besides industrial Ethernet and field buses, Goal offers several protocols that are classically existent. It supports for CLI, serial and UDP, redundancy with RSTP, IGMP snooping, port authentication IEEE 802.1x, time synchronization with IEEE 1588v2 and IEEE 802.1as, and many more. When we look into this block diagram, we can see the user application, generic open abstraction layer, and different series of Renesas hardware. As we have abstracted common functions from the hardware and separated a section for hardware specific things, we can adapt Goal platform to any series of hardware by modifying the hardware specific drivers. Here we have taken the instance of Renesas hardware. Moving to the next slide, now let us see the Goal structure interface to operating system. Here in this block diagram, we have application section, stack section, Goal API section, operating system section, and hardware section. In this, we have components which are hardware independent and hardware dependent. Due to this differentiation, it would be comfortable for the developers to change the profile with respective protocol or hardware easily. The stack section contains protocol stack. The real-time data is processed from this stack section. All the communication service requests from the applications are navigated through this Goal platform. In general, application layer communicates to the hardware through operating system. But in this system, application layer instructions related to communication will be executed through Goal platform. But it doesn't mean that Goal platform will communicate with hardware directly. It intermediately communicates with the operating system and their two physical interfaces. The basic core components of Goal APIs are threads, mutex, memory management, network interfaces, inter-process communication, and many more. The stable APIs for applications running on different CPUs and or operating systems, integrated network communication inclusion, access to every layer of the network communication like RAW frames, IP and TCP and so on. Interchangeable TCP/IP stack included with LWIP, physical layer management, switch drivers and many more. Now I will brief out about Mutex services. It is based upon locking mechanism. In our platform, we have binary mutex locking mechanism. We use this locking mechanism to synchronize accesses to a critical section. Critical section is the part of program which tries to access shared resources. The critical section cannot be executed by more than one process at the same time. The processes which has acquired mutex can only release mutex when it exits from the critical section. The binary mutex has two states, locked and unlocked. It means locked state represents it as status 1 and unlocked state represents its status as 0. Here, the protocol stack, Goal APIs and Goal Target APIs are part of Goal proprietary middleware. Moving to the next slide, we have discussed that Goal platform can run on multi-core environment. Now let us see its operations. The real-time data is transmitted to the stack section to driver section through core-to-core by media interface. The core-to-core components invokes procedures running on the another processor core, including handling of the parameters, error detection, etc. Here we can see like stack section is getting real-time data from the physical interfaces through the media interface. The remote procedural call execute the process in the different address space for establishing the core-to-core communication. Let me give you a quick detail about remote procedural calls. A mechanism to allow programs to call procedures on other machine. A process on a machine A can call a procedure on machine B. When it does so, the process on A is suspended and execution continues on B. When B returns, the return value is passed to A and A continues execution. This mechanism is called remote procedure call. To the programmer, it appears as if a normal procedure call is taking place. Obviously, a remote procedure call is different from a local one in the underlying implementation. Remote procedure calls are a programming language construct. They are implemented by the compiler or interpreter of the programming language as opposite sockets, which is an operating system construct since it is a facility provided by the operating system. They provide the illusion of calling a procedure on a remote machine. During this time, execution of local thread stops until the result is returned. The programmers is alleviated from packaging data, sending and receiving messages, and parsing results. The illusion of a remote procedure call is accomplished by generating stub function in our case. On the client side, the stub is a function with a same interface as the desired remote procedure. Its job is to take the parameters, marshal them into a network message, send them to the server, await a reply, and then unmarshal the results and return them to the caller. On the server side, the stub is responsible for being the main program that registers the services and awaits incoming requests for running the remote procedure. It unmarshals the data in the request calls the user's procedure and unmarshals the results into the network message that is sent back to the recipient. Moving to the next slide, this shows you how the application works in one core and the protocol stack instance in the other core. Goal provides a native support for data exchange between different processors. Protocol independent of underlying media, shared memory, SPI, DPRAM, mailboxes and etc. Supports different type of data exchange depending upon the use case. When you look into the figure, the right side core platform consisting of protocol stack and on the left side core you are running the application. These Goal core to core components and the Goal core components will act as a media between communication to one core to another core. Moving to the next slide, as we have seen that core-to-core communication is established. Here, the protocol stacks are stubbed into the other core and the application can able to run on the both of the cores. As stub is a distributed computing, it's a piece of code that is related to protocol stack parameters passed between core 1 and core 2 during a remote procedure call. Using these goal core components and core to core components, we can interface the communication between one core to another core. Now, let us relate the whole explanation in a single block diagram. Here, we have network interface, goal platform, goal core modules, goal media, goal extension modules, and application. In goal core module provides a basic middleware services for memory management, timers, tasks, network, IPC, and etc. These modules can be used by all goal components and application. In goal media, we have media interface and media adapters. Drivers are interfaced with application using goal media. In extension, modules additional to software components like communication stacks, firewall, and web servers, and many more can be included in this extension module. In Goal platform, we have all the components which are hardware dependent, they need to be ported. In architecture, platform specific Goal core models functionality are implemented. In board, the peripherals and registers used by drivers are initialized. Drivers implements the hardware access and provides the functionality through a media adapter. Every component lays it up together and enable the communication on the hardware. Now, let me give you a quick recap on the discussed topic.
हेलो। उधर सामने एक अंकल बैठे होते, अंकल को दे जाओ, साइन करा लो। ठीक है भाई, सामने दुकान पे देखे अंकल बैठे होंगे, मेरे पापा हैं, आईडी कार्ड दिखा दो, मेरे नाम के पापा का है, मेरा आईडी कार्ड दे दे। उसी के साथ में एक अंकल बैठे हैं। अरे अंकल बैठे डीटीडीसी के अंदर ही, डीटीडीसी के सामने एक काउंटर पर अंकल बैठे। कन्हैया लाल जी, ये लैपटॉप ले लो, साइन कर दो। रुको मैं आ रहा हूँ।
Coming to the end of my presentation, I wish to share that we at Menlo Park Technologies, along with our partner Port, who is specialized in providing the software platform for industrial communications, have experience in developing custom specific solutions using Port protocol libraries, as in Fieldbus stacks and industrial Ethernet stacks. You can partner with us to shorten your product development and time to market. We carry 30 plus years of experiences in developing Fieldbus stacks and industrial Ethernet stacks. With our experiences in developing our own stacks, we are the perfect partner for implementing communication standards in your product. So here it is from my end. I would be happy to answer your queries in the given time frame. Would you wish to understand more about the products and like to explore the services of Menlo Park? Kindly write to me at sandeep@menloparktech.com or sales@menloparktech.com. We'll be happy to assist you on the same. Good day to you all. Thanks once again for joining the session.